One of the question marks for the Minnesota Vikings this offseason is what's going to happen in the offensive backfield, specifically with running back Dalvin Cook, as well as free agent to be running back Alexander Mattison. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler did up a notebook and shed some light on the Vikings situation. Quote, the Vikings are open for business, my business. As well, they've released 3 veteran players so far, including legacy player Adam Thielen, and multiple teams believe Minnesota has had trade talks centered around running back Dalvin Cook. Now, so a lot of this is like asymmetrical reporting. So Fowler is getting this information from teams that maybe the Vikings have reached out to with a trade offer, and also Darren Doogie-Wolfson reported that the Vikings do have a trade offer on the table for Dalvin Cook. Now, it remains to be seen what that is. Is it just I don't know, we'll give you a 7th-round pick and you take on some of the salary, blah, blah, blah. Is it a low ball? Is it a decent offer? Who knows? Fowler continues. The team is attempting to re-sign Cook's backup, Alexander Mattison, who's poised for a starter's role elsewhere. So that's noteworthy that he's reporting that as fact. And safety Harrison Smith most likely needs to take a pay cut, blah, 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 all that stuff. So the thing is, what's important here is about the Vikings potentially working the phones for a Dalvin Cook trade, as well as actively trying to re-sign Alexander Mattison. And with Dalvin, he's due a $10.4 million base salary. $2 million of it is going to be guaranteed because of a shoulder surgery. And the Vikings, if they traded him, would still be able to free up $7.9 million in cap space if he's a pre-June 1st designation on that trade. Now, if they cut him, they would still save $5.9 million, but they'd have to pay him that $2 million that's guaranteed on his contract either way. So I understand why the Vikings would be shopping around, because even though Dalvin is going to be 28 this season, he said 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons, 4 straight Pro Bowls, does have a little bit left in the tank, but the Vikings, as they're looking to shed some veteran contracts, get younger and faster, I fully understand why they're potentially shopping Dalvin Cook. And like I mentioned, Dalvin, 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons. I think he could bring value to a team like Miami. He could bring value to a team like Buffalo, reuniting with his brother James, or a team like Tampa Bay, who moved on from Leonard Fournette. There's a lot of teams that could and should be in the market for some Dalvin Cook. And with Mattison, I love Alexander Mattison. He was always a great change of pace. Well, not change of pace, but a good fill-in running back for Dalvin when Dalvin inevitably missed games. And Mattison, Deuce, as it were, I think is a nice blend of power. He's got some speed and shiftiness as well. He's a good pass blocker, decent receiver. I think that he is a solid all-around running back who just never got the opportunities behind Dalvin. And stats-wise, he never put up monster numbers. He did find the end zone 5 times on the ground last season, 6 total. So I think that if given the right opportunity, he could be a dude. Now, am I ready to say that he's going to be the bell cow 3-down running back for a team? Probably not, but could I see him as the lead back in a running back by committee? Yes, I certainly could. And especially Spot Rack is estimating his market value at $2.2 million. Part of that factored in is the devaluation of the running back position. The fact that Mattison never really got a chance to shine behind Dalvin, even though he was good in spurts, as well as, this is another good running back class coming in. So teams may just think, all right, we'll draft a guy or even get a UDFA guy and go super cheap in this spot, but $2.2 million per year is super reasonable for a running back in the caliber of Alexander Mattison, a guy that has the capability of playing all 3 downs as well as being a good pass protector. And like I said, if the Vikings trade or cut Dalvin, either way, if they have a running back by committee where Mattison is taking up some of the short yardage work, Ty Chandler is a little bit more of that scat back, Kinkene is interspersed in there, as well as you probably bring in a running back, rookie running back TBD, that's pretty good. That is really good, especially Mattison only making $2.2 million and Kinkene and Chandler on the rookie deals. That's not bad. And Mattison is only going to be 25 this season. And again, I fully understand that Dalvin does have some left in the tank, but we said this a bunch. I'd rather get rid of a player a year too early versus a year too late, especially if the Vikings can free up some more cap space, and that's something that's Kwesi, that's been his MO. That's why they're leaning on Harrison Smith to take a pay cut. That's why they cut Adam Thielen. That's why they cut Eric Kendricks. All of those guys probably have another year or two left in them, but have it be somewhere else. So you don't see the full decline, especially on full freight salary. So I understand why the Vikings are potentially looking to move Dalvin, and I see why they're potentially looking to bring back Mattison, especially if the price is right. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. ESPN reports that the Vikings are looking to trade Dalvin Cook, as well as attempting to re-sign Alexander Mattison. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol production value.